Alright, so for this trick, I can start off by shaking the card box next to the spectator, and I can let them hear that I have a prediction in the box. So hopefully you can hear that, and we'll leave that prediction right there. So now I will go to the deck, and I'll say, okay, here's what we're going to do. I'm going to get for you to select a card for me. So here's all I'm going to do. As I pull back cards, just call out stop. Let's say they call out stop right here. So now I would show them this card, and I'll have them remember it. And say, okay, now remember, the cards were cut, and you could have said stop anywhere you wanted, and I have a prediction in the box. For the first time ever, I would have them name their card out loud. So let's say they do that right now. And then I will show them my prediction is just one card, and that one card is the 3 of hearts. That is the first trick for today. If you would like to learn how this is done, be sure to stick around for the tutorial. Alright, so this trick, plus another one I'm going to be showing you, is from this book called the Magic Book. Now this is called the Predictor, and I'm going to show you a few ways you can do this, but this is the original way for how to do it. So what you're going to need is one of two things. You're either going to need a deck of cards with a duplicate card, or you're going to need 2 of the same decks, and you're going to pull out one duplicate. Now, this deck, in case you're wondering, is the Camp 52 deck by Kevin Booth, which I won, and I have a whole review on this, so be sure to check that out. It comes with 2 3 of hearts. So here's the setup. I'm going to place 1 3 of hearts in the box, and if you want to do this the original way, so how it's done in the book, you're going to place the other card on the bottom, and now you're set. I started with it on top. I started with the card on top, but then I remembered for the force, the card is on the bottom. But you can really force this any way you would like. So, here's how I did it. So the card is on the bottom, and I did a few false cuts. I just made sure to retain the stack of the deck, so the card on the bottom. Go and do any force you would like, but here's the force you're going to do. You're going to come over, and I'm going to use my middle and ring finger and slide back this top card, while my thumb here, I don't know if you can see this. Okay, so imagine this is pointing down towards yourself, but you're going to use your thumb, so it would be my thumb, to pull this card out like this, okay? So it would look like this. And this is the whole move, so you can see that card there. So wherever they say stop while pulling down cards with your finger, say right here, going to curl your thumb and grab all these cards and pull out, and you can show them their card is the 3 of hearts. Okay, so one more time, it's like this. You're going to come over and all in one motion. You're going to pull this back and start pulling cards down like this. Whenever they call out stop, curl your thumb and grab all of these and pull out to get the 3 of hearts. If you would like a more in-depth tutorial on this, let me know. But essentially, this is how you're going to do it. I'm going to teach you an impromptu way. You can do this at the end with a prediction, okay? So, you're going to have your card, wherever it is in the deck, you're going to force it. In this case, on the bottom. If you don't know any forces, look around my channel, because I taught a few forces. So, you're going to have the deck like this, and you're going to do that force. When they call out stop, you're going to pull out all the cards at once and show them the 3. Now, instead of putting the rest of the cards on top, I would recommend sliding out that card, because some spectators might want to mess you up, and they might not admit the truth that they saw the 3 of hearts. But obviously, because this is a YouTube video, you all can see what the card was. So, after this, you can do whatever you would like, but you're going to show how they both end up matching like this. Okay? So it's a very, very easy trick involving a duplicate card. And I actually have a video on my channel going over decks with duplicate cards. So make sure you check out that video. But here's how I did it in the performance, in case you're wondering. So my prediction is set up. For some reason, I had the card on top. And I did a few false swing cuts. So I held the deck like this, with my thumb on the bottom, my middle and ring on top. My index is going to touch about a quarter of the deck, so about 10 to 15. I'm going to push down and up. Okay, so down and up. And you're going to get a little packet of cards. You're going to extend your finger all the way. If you do it one way, you'll notice you'll run into your other fingers. If you do it the other way, you'll notice that you can do it really far into your awaiting hand. So you're going to do it like that. Now, you don't have to do a quarter, but this is what I find works the easiest. So you're going to do this. Put your pinky in there for a pinky break. So you're going to do this again, keeping a break. And there's a few things you can do. You can come over, touch the packets, okay? Or it's called kissing the packets, like this. And you can drop it, grab from the break and drop, and then drop this. Because you just want to maintain the top card. So, knowing that knowledge already, you can swing cut, keep a break. Put these on top because you have your break, so you're all set. Grab out half of these. And then what I like to do when I grab this, now keep in mind, you can do this top packet as much as you would like. Just this packet you want to keep control of. So what I like to do is grab a little quarter of cards, and when I slam them down, notice how my hands are going like this. So the hand that come over dropping the packets are going down like this. This deck hand is going horizontal like this. Okay, so it's going to look like this. This is just really nice. And then once you want to, you can drop the break. One of two things. You can put this packet on top, or you can do another swing cut and then drop them. Okay, it's all up to you. So there's two things you can do there. So we are going to keep the break. You can either kiss the packets, then drop them, or you can put this packet on top, then drop it. But either way you do it, the card is going to be on top. And then I did an overhand shuffle, bringing the card to the bottom. So I had all three of my fingers on the side, middle ring pinky, index on top, and my thumb is going to peel off one card, which is their selection. If you peel off a chunk, you're going to lose the card in the middle. You don't want to do that. So one card, and then you're going to release some pressure, but not too much. And this is with this hand, and this is going to work. So you can either grab single cards with your thumb, or you can grab chunks of cards. But either way, you're going to have their card on the bottom. And then you can do something called the milk shuffle. Just a nice way to keep the top and bottom card. Mostly the bottom card. So you're going to have all four of your fingers on the back. Your thumb is right here. And squeezing these, you can either peel out all the cards. So you're taking the top and bottom card here. Or you can peel out about half. Keep in mind, this is from the bottom. And then you can shuffle. Now, if you want to, you can take some out from the middle. It doesn't matter. You just want to keep that card. And now you're set to do the trick. Okay, so that's one way you can do this trick called the predictor. So I'll go over that one more time real quick. So you have your prediction in the box. The 3 of hearts. The card is on the bottom. Do some false cuts, false shuffles. Going to come over and you're going to peel back the top card. And keep in mind, I do this about halfway. So when you peel down the bottom card, like this. Oh, so like this. You don't want it to expose or show. So like this. I think you can see it there. And then I do this. They call out stop. And then I curl my thumb in. I push up. So I use my my knuckle here of my thumb, so right here, and I push up, and then I'm able to drag these out, show the 3, and then continue the trick. That's the first way you can do this. Now, if you want to do this impromptu, here's how you're going to do it. You're going to need either a marked deck, or you need to get a peak. Now, I will probably make a few videos on these peaks I'm going to show you, so you don't have to worry. But the 2 peaks I'll recommend are either the dribble peak or the riffle peak. Now, for the dribble peak, all you're going to do is dribble the cards however you do it. And when you get near the top, and you know you have 1 card left, so let's try that again. Okay, so you're going to dribble, and when you know you have 1 card left, you're going to hold back slightly on this corner, and this will give you a peek at the index there. Okay, so I don't know if I can do it from your point of view, but if you do it yourself, so however you dribble, go ahead and dribble, and then when you get to the top, hold it back for just a split second, and you can see the 4 of hearts. Okay, and if you're dribbling anyway, it's not going to look like anything. So if I dribble, I can tell we have the queen of diamonds right there. Okay, so once you have this knowledge, you can then go into the trick, okay? You can do any force, and then you can guess it if you want as a mind reading force. Now, let's say you're not going to use the duplicate here. So let's say we do the dribble, and we know this is the queen of diamonds. Any way you want to, you can force it, but beforehand, I go through and I take out the mate to the queen of diamonds, the queen of hearts. So I put this in the deck, and now I'm set. So you can force the queen, say right there. Remember your card, it's okay if I see it. The queen of diamonds, 1 card in the box, and it is the queen of hearts. Okay, so that is based off of the dribble peak. Now the riffle peak is in the context of a riffle shuffle. So let me take out a deck here and show you how this looks like. These cards are too slippery, so I'm going to go to a bicycle deck here. Okay, so if you don't know how to riffle shuffle, I would recommend you learn how to. I have a whole video on it. So here's how it's done. I don't know if this is going to work, but I'm going to try. Moving the camera down. Okay, think right here maybe. Okay, so this is as close as I can get it. But you're going to riffle shuffle the cards, and when you're done, you're going to hold back on 1 hand. And as you see, you're going to be able to get a peek on it. Okay, so you're going to start off with a riffle shuffle, like this. And you're going to riffle. When you're done riffling, whatever card doesn't drop, in case this one, the 7, you're going to look at it and remember it. So, how do I explain this better? So if you actually have a card on top you practice with, in this case the 7, you might see for yourself how good this works. So you're going to shuffle, and you know that the 7 is here, so when you drop it, you're going to get a peek. Try to do that 1 more time so this makes sense. So you have this, and you're going to shuffle. When you are done shuffling, you're going to watch. And I know this hand fell down, so you're going to look at this card. That might not make sense, but if you try it, you'll see how well it works. Okay, so move this back. Let me try to show you this 1 more time. So you're like this, and let's say we shuffle. Okay, and we see that this hand ends last. Just take a quick peek at this index and see the 10 of spades, and then you know the card on top, okay? So if this was from a totally shuffled deck, let's say we get this say shuffle. Okay, I know I have the 8 of clubs right here. So if there's a hand that you feel more comfortable with dropping last, go ahead and do that. But you're going to shuffle, and you're going to hold back on one card slightly, in this case the 8, and now you're set. So I hope that made sense, but don't worry, because I will come out with a more in-depth tutorial on that. So that's essentially how you're going to do it. So any way you want to do that, go ahead. So let's say we peek at the ace of spades. So we go through and we take out the ace of clubs. You can force this any way you would like. Say they call out stop right there. And say, okay, your card is the ace of spades, but my prediction was the ace of clubs. So that's how you're gonna do that trick. Very easy trick. If you have any questions on that, let me know down in the comments. And without further ado, let's get into the second way to do this. Now this is from the Magic book, but it's called Triple Predictor. And this is totally impromptu. So what we're going to do is we're going to get the spectator to shuffle the deck, and then I am going to make a prediction here. So I'm going to say this one. We'll leave that right there. So now the spectator can really take out any card. Let's say this one. We'll leave it face up right here. The ace of diamonds. So now I'm going to go through and take out another prediction. Let's say this one. So now we can get another card selected. Let's say the 5 of clubs. And finally, we will take out one more card. So I think... okay, this one right here. And the spectator is going to choose a card too, but it's going to be different. So go ahead and call out stop for me. Right there. So in this case, we got the 5 of hearts. So keep in mind, the deck was shuffled, and you could have had any 3 selections here. So we have the ace of diamonds, the 5 of clubs, and the 5 of hearts. Well, if we look at my predictions here, the 5 of spades, the 5 of diamonds, and the ace of hearts to make a triple prediction. Okay, so this was Triple Predictor. Now the first thing you're going to need is a deck of 52 cards. Now, I'm going to go over something I went over in other tricks that involve 52 cards. Let's say you go through your deck and you are missing the ace of hearts. I don't know why, but let's say you're missing it. Well, you know the mate to the ace of hearts is the ace of diamonds. So take out the ace of diamonds. So even though you don't have 52 cards, each card in here will have a soulmate. So we know the king of clubs and the king of spades, king of diamonds, king of hearts, the queen of spades, the queen of clubs, so on and so forth. So make sure you do that. Hopefully that made sense here. So here's what you're going to do. So the spectator is going to mix up the deck. And once they're done, you want to make sure they don't peek at the bottom card. So after they're done shuffling it, I would probably take it back and do a few cuts just to ensure that they didn't look at the bottom card. Because this is going to be your prediction at the end. In this case, the king of spades. So you're going to take the cards back and hold it up, and you say that you're going to take out a few cards, and then you, the magician, are going to take out a few cards. So you go through, and you're going to take out the king of clubs. Keep in mind the deck will be like this, though. So I see the king, I leave it face down. Don't lose this king, okay? So make sure this king stays here the entire time. So the spectator can take out any card next. It just can't be the bottom card. In this case, the 4 of spades. And you'll place it face up on their first prediction. You say, okay, now me, the magician, I'm going to make another prediction. Look for that 4 of clubs, because that's the mate. Right here. Leave it face down. The spectator will take out another card. Let's say the 4 of diamonds. Look for the 4 of hearts. So we go through and we see the 4 of hearts. And last but not least, you know you have the card on the bottom. So you can really do any force you would like, okay? To force the bottom card. Now, if it makes it easier, you can go with the top card at the beginning and force that card. But you're going to force the king. Okay, so remember, this is face down. And then this is face up. So you forced it. You say, okay. So we have the 4 of spades, the 4 of diamonds, and the king of spades. I made 3 predictions. You took out these 3 cards. And they end up matching. Okay, I'll go over that one more time. Might be a little confusing at first. I'll show you how it works with the top card too. So this is shuffled, and when you're done, you say, okay, I'm going to make a prediction. Or you don't have to make a prediction. You just need to get a peek at that top card. So using any of the 2 peeks I went over, you can do that. Let's say I give this a few cuts. Say okay. I usually do the peek while explaining what we're going to do. I know this is the 6 of clubs. So you're going to go through and you are going to take out the 6 of spades. So anyway you want to get that peek, go ahead. They take out a card, let's say the king of hearts. So you go through, you take out the king of diamonds. They take out another card, let's say the queen of clubs. You take out the queen of spades. And then you're going to force that top card. So let's say we force it. Stop right there. We have the 6 of clubs. And lo and behold, they actually match. So, that was the video for today. I hope I did a good job explaining it. I feel like I didn't do that good, but I hope I did. If you want me to do this video again, explaining it better, let me know down below. If you have any questions, don't forget to leave a comment down below, and I'll try my best to help you. That's it. And if you're new here, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you tomorrow with a new trick or 2. Bye.